They're laughing at us all over the world. President Xi of China, you take a look. Kim Jong-un of North Korea, take a look at what they're saying about us. They can't believe it's happening. In fact, if it weren't for the stupidity, the dumbest move, the worst, I think the most embarrassing day in the history of our country, Afghanistan. The way we got out, not the fact that we were getting out with dignity and strength and power. We were keeping Bagram, the Air Force base, because it's only 1 hour away from where China makes its nuclear weapons. You know who occupies Bagram right now? China! They occupy one of the biggest air bases in the world with the biggest runways, most powerful, strongest runways, deepest concrete. That was when we knew how to build. We built with big dollars, and we built it, and we gave it up, just left. 1 hour away from where China, now China is occupying it. It's a disgrace. They laugh. They think we are so stupid. They think he is the dumbest human being. They can't even believe. President Xi says this is some kind of a trick. When Biden walks in and he has no idea where the hell he is, where are we? Where are we? He can't find his way off the stage. See the stage? We got stairs all over the place. He can never find his way. I don't want to imitate, because anytime I imitate, they say it was Trump. I called up our great First Lady. I say, I made this great speech. 58,000 people. I made this speech, and then I imitated him trying to find his way off the platform. I go, you know the way he always goes like, huh. And then he looks around, where the hell is he going? He's pointing to a stair. Then he looks, but you know what? These Secret Service guys are stars. They always run up and grab him. They run up. They see he's in big trouble. But I imitated him not long ago, and I did the full imitation. Then I ended up walking into a wall. And I said, baby, how good was that? How great was I tonight? We had some crowd. That was a massive crowd. How good was I? You were really good. You know, usually she'll say, I didn't like your hair. She'll say, I say, how good was I? You didn't look great. Your hair was terrible. Oh. I said, who else can get crowds like I get? Nobody. 68,000 people in Alabama. 107,000 people in New Jersey 2 weeks ago. 107. 25,000 people in the South Bronx. And it was a love fest. It was a love fest. Now we get the biggest crowds in the history of politics. I hate to say it. And by the way, if it weren't true, they would be saying, it would be headlines. But I said, who else can get these numbers? You tell me, how good was it? And she'd say, you know, your suit was bad. Have you gained weight? I'm saying, here I am up there. But, you know, one day she said, it was phenomenal. But what happened? You couldn't find your way off the stage. And I said, they said that, so I can't kid anymore, because they know we kid, and we can't be sarcastic anymore because they take it, Byron, they take it as the truth. Isn't that terrible? My great warriors over here, they know we're kidding. We can't kid anymore because these people are so dishonest. I said, no, I was just imitating crooked Joe Biden. She said, oh, I see. Well, they didn't say that. They just showed you running into walls. And fourth, I will cancel every unnecessary and costly Biden regulation that is driving up prices. The Biden regulations have added $10,000 a year in regulatory costs per household. By contrast, under my administration, we saved $10,000 per household. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. More tax cuts than any president in history, including Ronald Reagan with his big tax cuts. More regulation cuts than any president in history. And we rebuilt our military and we added Space Force. What we did is incredible. Now, the rebuilt military, you know, unfortunately, this fool left Afghanistan with $85 billion of brand new planes and tanks and even goggles, night goggles. 77,000 vehicles. Think of it. Who needs 77? If you took the largest used car lot in Florida, I'll bet they don't have more than 500 cars, maybe 700, maybe 1,000. 77 trucks and vehicles, many of them armor-plated, were left in Afghanistan. And I tried to explain to people, we were getting out with dignity and strength, but the first thing you do is you take your military out last. They took the military out first. And once the military were gone, the Taliban had a field day. We lost 13 soldiers, and nobody mentions the 38 soldiers that were horrifically wounded with their arms blown off, their legs blown off, their face so badly damaged. They're warriors. They're warriors. But nobody mentions them. I mention them all the time. I mention them all the time. And we left many people there. Americans are there right now. And we should have never left that big, beautiful air base. We should have never left it. There has never been a more embarrassing moment, in my opinion, in the history of our country. And because of that, Putin attacked Ukraine. I mean, that's what happened. He looked at these incompetent people. He said, is this what I have to deal with? If I were there, he would have never, ever even thought about attacking Ukraine, and he didn't.